Cosmocloud is a backend-as-a-service developer platform, making your developer team much more productive by allowing developers to build, deploy, and scale applications without having to worry about the underlying infrastructure. You start by creating an organization for your business to manage all the projects and resources of Cosmocloud in one place. Next, you create a project under your org. A Cosmocloud project is similar to a single backend service or microservice. You can pick and choose the cloud and the region where you would like your project resources to be deployed. And voila, your Cosmocloud project is created and already ready to be used. You can now go ahead and check the environment section. There you will see a development environment already up and ready for you to use, given free of charge on free tier. You can also create more environments if you need to, like production, staging, etc. Now, let's start by connecting our database to Cosmocloud. You can go ahead and start by creating a secret to connect your database. We will be creating a new database secret for our development environment. You can fill the parameters as required and then click on the Create button. Once it is created, you can then start building your application components. Let's start that by creating our database models or entities in our system. We will go ahead and start creating a sample movies database model. Once done, you can then go ahead and define the schema of your model. This schema will define the structure of each record in your database. You can add fields such as title and duration, as well as change the data types of each field. As Cosmocloud is powered by a document database, you can also define nested objects as well as array-based objects. You can then mark certain fields required or optional as well. A faster way to create the schema is using the widget JSON to schema. Using this, you can just paste a sample record and it will generate the schema for you. You can see we have a complex record with arrays and nested objects as well. This is a great way to get started with the schema, and you can then modify it according to your needs as well. As we go back to the database models page, we see our new movies model saved in the draft state. Now let's go ahead and start creating our APIs. There are two ways to create APIs in Cosmocloud. You can choose to start from scratch, defining all the parameters such as endpoint, request method, etc. A faster way is to use API templates in Cosmocloud, where you can start by creating the backbone of the APIs, and then later tweaking them with your own custom logic. Selecting CRUD API template, we can quickly create backbone APIs for our movies model. Cosmocloud will automatically recommend the required GET, POST, PUT and other APIs as well as the corresponding request bodies and query params models. Once done, you can see that all the APIs are automatically created and in the draft state for you. If we open any API, it will give us the development endpoint to try it out live. We can now open Postman to try out our newly created APIs. We'll copy our API endpoint and paste it into Postman. Once done, you can hit the send button and you'll see a successful response from the API. Now let's try out the Post API to create a movie in the system. As you can see, we have marked title and description as the required parameters, so we need to pass them in the body of the request. As we hit send, you see a new ID is returned saying the object is created in the system. If we go back to the Get API, we will now see this newly created movie object in our listing API. Now, if you want to edit any API, you can open it up and switch to the Flow tab. Here you can see that you can customize the logic of the API to any custom logic, from triggers to database queries to variables and more. You have a whole range of actions and conditions to choose from basic variables, arrays, strings, all the way to databases, third-party API calls and even conditions and loops. Now, let's see something interesting. If we open any API, quickly make it return a simple, hello world, from the API. Click the save button. You will that if we try hitting the API again on Postman, the change is reflected instantly. This is due to one of our flagship features, known as instant deployments. No matter how big the change is, or how many servers or what scale you are running, Cosmocloud deploys your application in just milliseconds, with zero downtime, no code build, not even a single restart. And yes, that's true even for rollbacks. Not just APIs, but you can create reusable subflows, create full text search indexes in just one click, connect to object storage, add authentication providers, and so much more. So what's stopping you? Create your account on Cosmocloud now.